And now we'd like to show you how the Ford Motor Company has opened the gateway to a whole new world, a new vista of motoring pleasure with the 58 Edsel. Won't you come in? Heavy.
This is the Edsel, unlike any other car you've ever seen. This is the Edsel. This is the Edsel. This is the Edsel. This is the Edsel. You can see how it looks. You have to feel the power of the newest V8 engines in the world. The big new Edsel 400 and the larger Edsel 475. It is unlikely you have ever driven a car with so much usable power as the Edsel. And with Edsel's exclusive Teletouch drive, you drive more safely, more easily than you ever have before, because both hands can stay at the wheel while the Edsel shifts electrically. This is the Edsel, as its graceful flight deck and classic vertical grille suggest. It is elegant in every detail, and it acts the way it looks, but it doesn't cost that much. See, drive, and be sure to price the new member of the Ford family of fine cars, the Edsel, at your Edsel dealer.
This is the 1958 Edsel, the car that presents originality and elegance never seen before in any car at any price, and presents them in 18 different models. This expensive-looking car is one of the Edsel Ranger series, a four-door ice green sedan styled like a hardtop that sells for no more than some models of America's low-priced cars. The turquoise and white convertible you see driving up now is one of the Edsel Pacer series, with elegant Edsel styling throughout, such as these Edsel contour seats that are scientifically designed to give you separate back and shoulder support, with an overall feeling of luxurious comfort that means hour upon hour of fatigue-free, enjoyable driving. And the back of the front seat is divided in a new way that gives the middle passenger a full backrest, so you ride more comfortably than you ever have before. This two-door hardtop is one of the large and luxurious cars in the Edsel Corsair series. Its colors are copper metallic and white, one of over 90 Edsel color combinations that you can choose from, so you can completely satisfy your individual color tastes. This ember red and white four-door hardtop is one of the magnificent Citation series, upholstered in white vinyl and gold nylon, just one of an attractive array of the very latest high-fashion decorator fabrics, all color-keyed to match the car exterior. Here is the distinctive Edsel Bermuda, done in charcoal brown and driftwood, one of 5 Edsel station wagons, which give you your choice of both 2- and 4-door, 6- and 9 passenger models. And this is the Edsel Citation convertible in gold and white. Undoubtedly the most beautiful convertible in the world. See this and the other elegantly styled Edsels at your Edsel dealer this week. Remember, this is the year to get out of your old car and into the most elegant automobile of your lifetime.
You just turn a key on the dashboard and the trunk opens electrically. And here's how easy it is to drive. Can you flick that light switch?
Why, certainly. Anyone can.
Then you can drive the Edsel.
That's right. Driving the 1958 Edsel is as easy as flicking a light switch. For Edsel's exclusive new Teletouch drive shifts electrically at a touch. It's a new idea that puts shifting where it belongs, so you can keep both hands safely at the wheel. And look, you can shift and turn the wheel at the same time, for the control remains stationary, which makes Edsel the world's easiest car to handle. On the Edsel's instrument panel, you'll find many more new ideas, like this speedometer that glows red when you exceed the safe maximum speed you set it for. This one simple dial that sets heat, ventilation, and air conditioning at a twist of the wrist. Even a remote trunk release that electrically opens the luggage compartment. And under that long, straight Edsel hood, you'll find the newest V8 engines in the world. The big new Edsel 400 and the larger Edsel 475. Each one power matched to the weight of the car to put more usable power at your command than you have ever known before. Remember, driving an Edsel is an experience no man should miss. Discover for yourself the thrill of driving an Edsel, 1958's one really new car. Visit your Edsel dealer soon, and when you do, you'll meet a fine businessman with a broad automobile experience. He became an Edsel dealer because he had driven the Edsel, he had compared it, and he had carefully evaluated it. He'll be glad to demonstrate to you, as he did to himself, that the 1958 Edsel is the car that offers you the most in elegance of styling and performance. There are 18 models and 4 series to choose from. Edsel prices are surprisingly low, with models priced just above the lowest and ranging through the entire medium price field. You can afford an Edsel. Stop in and see and drive the Edsel tomorrow at your Edsel dealer.
I got rhythm, I got music, I got my gal, won't ask for anything more. Now here comes Bill and here comes Florence. What have they got that we haven't got?
What have we got?
What have you got?
What have we got?
What have you got?
We've got beauty, we've got styling, we've got sweet lines from the swept back hood to the new rear deck. What a clean, uncluttered look. And by heck, what's more? We've got power, rocket power, so much power. It's a pleasure to own, a pleasure to drive, so satisfying, man alive.
That's what you like about an home.
Yeah, that's what you like about an old.
We've got rocket engines, 2 brand new rocket engines, one that thrives on regular gas with the power to pass. We've got pleasure driving, softest ever riding, smooth as sipping sassafras.
That's what I like about an old.
Most satisfying ride you've ever tried. Ride is slick to the playground slide.
Not never much of a blessed
The
pride.
quietest ride you've ever tried. We take the greatest pride in that super quiet ride, and we call it quadra balanced ride.
Quadra balanced ride.
We've got everything, yeah.
They've got everything.
We've got so many more things to tell.
About the old for 60.
We've got more new features
They've got more new features.
than we'd ever have time to tell.
About the old for 60.
One new soft ride, 2 new rockets, 3 new series.
The more you look, the more you like it.
The more you look, the more you like it.
Olds has beauty, Olds has power, Olds has styling, Olds has glamour, sweet lines, smooth ride, comfort, everything. Who could ask for anything more? Who could ask for anything more? Who could ask for anything more? Who could ask for anything more?
Great. And now we'd like you all to meet a lovely guest who is here to see our show tonight, the newly crowned Miss America, Linda Meade.
Good evening. It's wonderful to be here. And it's wonderful being associated with Oldsmobile.
Well, I agree with you on that, Linda. That's right. Linda is our newest Oldsmobile representative.
And we're certainly happy about that. Now, Linda Lee, I think you'd better get acquainted with the new Oldsmobile for 1960. Just watch this. Of course, at first sight, you'll be tremendously impressed by the smart simplicity of Oldsmobile's clean-cut lines. And you'll find a real thrill in that new rocket engine. There's a new premium rocket in the 98 and in the new Super 88, engineered to give you super performance from premium gasoline. However, when you drive a dynamic 88, you'll discover the new regular rocket that gives you rocket go with lower cost regular gas. The regular rocket is standard on the dynamic 88 and saves you about $1 bill on every fill. you get up to 15% more miles per dollar. And here's more big news from Olds for 60. A 3-seat Fiesta station wagon in both the Dynamic 88 and Super 88 series. And in every new Oldsmobile, you'll enjoy quadra-balanced ride. New smoothness, silence, stability, and safety. And one of the engineering advances that make it possible is the use of Vibratune body mountings. With Vibratune body mountings, Olds brings you the quietest ride you've ever tried.
Hey, Bill, look at this.
Looks like an egg sunny side up. What's it called?
Well, it's called Man's Dilemma at the Dawn of Time, or Egg Sunny Side Up.
Oh, see what I told you? Hey, here's an interesting picture.
Oh.
Does this look familiar to you?
Why, yes, it sure does.
I think it should. He's taken this from the new Olds grill design. And there's the proof right there. Clean cut, tasteful, refined.
Okay, Squaresville. So I dig that new Olds, too.
Why, sure you do. Everybody will dig that car the most. Oldsmobile for 1960.
Simply beautiful, and beautiful in its simplicity.
And inside, too. The 60 Olds is all new, as you can see in this Super 88.
There's nothing like sitting in the lap of luxury, and that's just what this is. All the stretch-out space you can want, too, in the Super 88 for 60. Custom lounge interiors, thick foam padded cushions. Wonderful.
And Olds enters the rocketing 60s with 2 brand new rocket engines. A premium rocket standard on the Super 88 and the 98 to give you super performance on premium fuels, and a regular rocket standard on the Dynamic 88 to give you rocket go on lower cost regular gas.
Saves you about $1 bill on every fill. Then, too, there's Quadra Balanced Ride, the quietest ride you've ever tried. And so many more new features to make Oldsmobile for 1960 the most satisfying car you've ever known.
Presenting for 1961, the Classic 98 by Oldsmobile. Distinctive, distinguished, decidedly new. The Classic 98 introduces a styling all its own, different from all other Oldsmobiles, different from any other new car. From its gleaming new grille to its unique new roofline and side sculpturing, onto its stylish tapered rear deck, the Classic 98 is in a class by itself. On the highway, too, the Classic 98 distinguishes itself with a flashing new Skyrocket engine and an all-new Hydromatic drive. It's an exclusive power team. The Skyrocket, an engine so spirited, so action-packed, it could only come from Oldsmobile. And Hydromatic drive, with accelerator action that whisks you into fuel-saving direct drive in a flash. Together, they're blazing a bright new trail in automotive performance. The Classic 98 is created for the owner who is satisfied with only the finest. Extra-wide doors usher you into stunning new interiors with more than ample headroom. In addition to added headroom, there's extra stretch-out room and smart appointments, formerly reserved for only the highest-priced cars. New chair height seats, front and rear, are superbly cushioned with extra thick foam padding. There are many other exclusive features that distinguish Oldsmobile's Classic 98. Traditional Oldsmobile quality, second to none. A new whisper-soft, quiet ride. Plus a pride of ownership that far exceeds that of any other car in its class. Discover the decidedly new Classic 98 at your Oldsmobile quality dealers tomorrow.
Swing it out. Zing it out. Let that music sparkle and soar. Here are the cars you've been waiting for. The all-new style leaders in the medium-price class, the 1961 Oldsmobiles. First, swing out big and strong and true for Oldsmobile quality plus economy, too. Here it is,
Oldsmobile's dollar-saving Dynamic 88 that delivers new Rocket Go on lower-cost regular gas. In the Dynamic 88, you ride guarded in the guard beam frame, cushioned in rubber at more than 90 points, enjoying the smooth, steady new Olds ride with exclusive twin triangle stability. Now play it smooth with music ringing clear. Let's hear it for that glamorous new performer. The Super 88 is here. The Super 88 is sparked by a spirited new skyrocket engine, plus an all-new hydromatic drive with accelerator action. Olds' exclusive 1961 Power Team. Now play with spirit, play with style. You'll want to stop and admire a while. For this is the new classic 98 Oldsmobile. Here's roominess in a regal manner, most elegant of all the Oldsmobiles. The classic 98 for 1961. Yes, these are the numbers. The Dynamic 88, the Super 88, and the Classic 98. These are the cars with fashion line design and skyrocket performance. See and drive Oldsmobile for 61 at your dealers tomorrow.
You've seen the new Classic 98, Super 88, Dynamic 88. And now, a new number for 1961. Write it big. Write it bold. It's a brand new number, an Oldsmobile number. The hot new number for 61, F-85. Oldsmobile's new size entry in the low-price field. Take your pick of four-door sedans or station wagons. In any of them, Oldsmobile Go is standard equipment. What's the action? Rocket V8 engine. An exclusive, new, liquid-cooled, aluminum, 8-cylinder Rocket engine sparks every F-85. And for smoothness, there's Oldsmobile's totally new hydromatic drive with accelerator action. The F-85 is the only car in the low-price field that gives you proven V8 design and the reliability of hydromatic drive. But what about F-85 and people? Well, this new family-size Olds has got it there, too. The F-85 is a 6-passenger car, built for all kinds of people. Built for people who want something better in the low-price field. For the ladies, here's a car that's nimble in traffic, easy to maneuver. For action-loving people, here's a new car that's smart to be seen in and fun to drive, for it's every inch an Oldsmobile. For the businessman, the F-85 is the smart new choice in the low-price field for the company car, or a fleet of them. As the second car for a busy family, the F-85 introduces Oldsmobile quality in the thrift-size car. Yes, the F-85 is the exciting new number for 61. The hot new number in the low-price field. Be sure to see and drive the F-85 at your Oldsmobile quality dealers tomorrow.
Chevrolet, ole, we make the Baja run, toughest run under the sun. Chevrolet.
To Baja, California, Mexico from Michigan. New Chevrolet trucks for 63 is trim and tough as trucks can be. Production model set to go from Michigan to Mexico. This is Baja, where trails are roads. These are the trucks and their back-breaking loads. New light duties with independent front suspension, coil springs tight with tension. Walk these trucks over a trail where a truck cannot afford to fail. These rugged trails are far different from Mexico's other roads, but thanks to new solid front axles and variable rate springs, Chevrolet's new medium and heavy duties can take a brutal beating. Keep right on going. Now from Chevrolet, 2 new 6-cylinder engines, the High Torque 230 and the High Torque 292. Great new engines, lots of hustle, diesel power, long on muscle. New Chevrolet frames stand up to the ride, take constant pounding right in stride. These new medium medium and heavy-duty trucks have front fenders up to 7 inches narrower for easier handling. Cabo San Lucas, we're halfway done, and we're pushing back to Michigan. See the new 63 Chevrolet trucks at your Chevrolet dealers. Performance proved on the Baja Run.
Chevrolet, ole, we made the Baja Run. Countless run under the sun. Chevrolet, ole, ole.
Oh, we cut you down there, Brer Rabbit. You might as well come on out, because we're going to stay here till you do. Hey, Brer Bell? He's got to come out sometime. That's what they think, because this is my laughing. He's got to come out sometime. They don't know that this is an American Motors car with all-season air conditioning.
Yes, all-season air conditioning. Another exclusive feature from American Motors. Now you can say goodbye to sweltering hot cars, to choking dust and exhaust, to shivering in zero cold. With all-season air conditioning, you simply turn one knob to ride cool in summer, warm in winter, and enjoy filtered fresh air in any weather all year round. Own a spectacular new Rambler with complete year-round air conditioning. It's the lowest-priced air-conditioned car in America. Yes, low-cost, all-season air conditioning is the right kind for you, and you're so right to choose the 55 Rambler Cross Country, now at all Nash dealers, with all the glamour of a luxurious family sedan, plus the utility of a rugged station wagon. Another reason why American Motors means more for Americans.
Yep, you get more car for your money when you buy, more money for your car when you trade.
A dream is a wish your heart made. When you see a star, a Nash is a star of car made. It outshines all others by far.
Now come with Nash into a new motoring age. See the brightest new star of all, Nash for 55, with completely new trend-setting style inspired by the magnificent Nash Healy, Europe's finest.
Only the beginning, folks. Just look inside.
Here's the biggest room on the road with the widest front seat of any car and intriguing high-fashion styling. Here are reclining seats for the world's most restful ride. There are even twin travel beds to nap the children on long trips. Yes, for 55, vision unlimited through a new Cenoramic windshield, widest of any car. Look into a new motoring world from behind the wheel of a new Nash ambassador or statesman. Drive Nash for 55 at your Nash dealers tomorrow.
If you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true.
You love Nash for 55, or my name isn't Jiminy Cricket.
Pluto, the 55 Nash sure is a beauty.
That's right, Mickey. And it has a new Jetfire V8 engine that really takes off. It's a big, solid car that whips around the sharpest curve. A family car that turns and handles like a dream. And that's not all. Nash has the widest wraparound windshield of all.
Come on, Pluto, old boy. We're going to see the 1955 Nash.
Yes, for 55, come with Nash into a new motoring age. Thrill to brand new power. A new 208 horsepower Ambassador Jetfire V8 engine to give you get-up-and-go performance that commands the American road. There's a new Cenoramic wraparound windshield, widest of any car. And for 55, Nash gives you completely new handling ease. Even on sharpest curves, you'll cling to the road like a streamlined train. Huge Nash deep coil springs, inclined at an angle, work like sea legs to give you greater stability on curves. Ever see a big family car maneuver like this? A big car that could turn like this?
Yes, for a totally new driving experience, thrill test the new Nash Ambassador and Statesman at your Nash dealers tomorrow. Another reason why American Motors means more for Americans.
Donald Duck and the Cheerios Kid in The Explorer.
Oh, boy, a cave next to land. What do we do? Well, boys, everybody knows that a long-run spring like this has a much softer, smoother action than the soft springs that you find on most cars. The metal glasses, no sir. Fancy cars, run, up here with his screw.
Well, that was all very clear if you're a duck. But here's what Donald was trying to teach the boys. See these two pairs of springs? These are longer and wider than these shorter, stiffer springs. Now, everybody knows that a longer, wider spring like this has a much softer, smoother action than the short springs that you find on most cars. But not on Hudson's. No, sir. Hudson cars are built with these exclusive deep coil springs to give you a ride that's 3 times softer and smoother. They're safer, too. Here's why. These deep coil springs are placed above the center of gravity. In most cars, the short springs are below the center of gravity. It's easy to see the Hudson with its deep coil springs is much more stable on turns and curves. There's little or no uncomfortable swing and sway in a Hudson. Here's another thing you'll like about the brand new Hudson Hornet. You have your choice of the latest, greatest of the V8 engines, the Hudson Hornet V8 or the famous National Championship 6. American Motors has really rolled out the red carpet with the completely new Hornets and Wasps. See them. Drive them at your Hudson dealers now. Well, all right, Donald, if you want to stick to those old-fashioned stiff short springs, go ahead and be miserable. It doesn't cost any more to float along on the exclusive new years ahead deep coil springs in a Hudson Hornet or Wasp. You get 3 times as soft and smooth a ride. A much safer ride, too, because those longer springs set high above the center of gravity combat car sway. And have you seen the beautiful new idea 55 Rambler with its smart new 2-tone colors? It's got deep coil springs, too, that take all the headaches out of driving in today's crowded traffic. Let's say you're a salesman or a housewife out shopping, always looking for a place to park. The Rambler's your car because you can park it easily in small spaces. Yet it's a full-size family car and gives you up to 30 miles to the gallon. And with the Rambler's low price and high mileage, you can afford one for you and your wife, too. Check your Hudson dealer and see how little it costs to be a 2-car family. Like the Hornet and Wasp, the Rambler has airliner reclining seats, twin travel beds, and the twice-as-safe double-strength single-unit body. All mighty good reasons why American Motors means more for Americans.
Here's someone like you or me, a Chevrolet OK used car salesman, at the start of another day. The OK used car salesman is the man to look for because he works for your authorized Chevrolet dealer and has a wide variety of used cars on hand. So take a look, then have a talk with an OK salesman. You like him, and he'll help you. Choose the used car or truck you want at a fair price. Here's where he works, your Chevrolet dealer's OK used car lot. So when you're in the market for a used car, see this man, the Chevrolet used car salesman.
Introducing new Chevrolet truck engines with high torque power. In all 1962 Chevrolet Jobmaster trucks, starting with a new high torque 409 cubic inch V8 engine. The most powerful, the workingest engine ever offered by Chevrolet.
Working and working, working every day. Job Master Trucks by Chevrolet.
Now Chevrolet trucks harness the future with diesel power. Chevrolet GM diesel power in a 4-cylinder engine for medium-duty Job Master trucks. And for the first time in Chevrolet light-duty trucks, the high-torque 261 cubic inch 6-cylinder engine, a powerhouse of strength and durability.
Running and running, running all the way. Job Master Trucks by Chevrolet.
Chevrolet brings you a whole new world of worth in new Chevrolet trucks for 1962. New power, new styling and hood design that allow the driver to see the road as much as 10.5 feet closer to the truck. They're built with Chevrolet's famous independent front suspension that smooths out the bumps, beefs up the profits. And here's a pair of Chevrolet profit builders with air-cooled engines, the Corvair ramp side and the big hauling Corvan.
Saving and saving in every way. New Job Master Trucks for 62 by Chevrolet.
See the money-saving Job Master trucks for 62, part of the new world of worth at your Chevrolet dealers now.
Hello there, everybody. This is Mel Allen. I've had the pleasure of reporting many of the leading sports events over the years, but today I want to show you something that's going to make a great deal of difference in the performance of your car. It's an actual demonstration, and an amazing one, of what Ethyl gasoline can do for your car. Approaching this hill is a car that has been tuned up for most efficient performance, the way yours should be. But this car can draw its gasoline from either of two containers. This one contains Ethyl gasoline, and this one contains ordinary gasoline. Now, let's see the important difference in the performance of this car using those two gasolines. We're climbing this hill running on ordinary gasoline. Listen to that knock. And see how we have to cut our speed to get rid of it? Now we're switching over to Ethyl gasoline as the car continues up the hill. Is there a knock? Let's listen. No, sir. The speedometer picks up speed at the touch of a toe, thanks to Ethyl gasoline. Now this test should prove to you, as it did to me, that if you fill up your tank with Ethyl gasoline, why, you'll get the most efficient performance from your car. And that's doubly important these days. So why don't you do what I do? Fill up wherever you see this famous Ethyl emblem. There's a powerful difference. Take it from me, Mel Allen.
You parents ought to know something. Football's not just for us fathers anymore.
That's right. Now the whole family's enjoying NFL Action Player Stamps from DX. Great to collect and trade. You get 9 stamps free every time you stop at a participating DX station. While you're there, buy a Stamp Saver album. Regular edition, 89 cents. Deluxe, $2.49. Get NFL Action Player Stamps free at DX.
Us kids love them.
Tucumcari, Rimrock, Cochise. This is poetry of our land. Poetry that rolls across the West like thunder across the plains. Steamboat Springs, Dangerfield, Cheyenne, Yellowstone. These names are a part of our heritage, a living reminder of the land of far horizons. And in this land of vast distances and big skies, people know what long-distance driving really means. No wonder so many of them rely on Phillips 66, the gasoline that won the West. Phillips was bred for distance, out where long-distance driving is a way of life. That's why it gives you more gallop per gallon. Next time you buy gasoline, remember this famous name, Phillips 66, the gasoline that won the West.
They don't make money like this anymore.
What a ring it had. It made you feel rich just to carry it. Today's money just isn't as much fun. So we suggest you carry as little of it as possible and carry a Phillips 66 credit card instead. It lets you sign for gasoline and oil at nearly 27,000 Phillips service stations from coast to coast, more than 800 marinas, and nearly 400 airports around the country. It lets you take up to 6 months to pay for tires, batteries, and other accessories. Pick up an application blank at any Phillips 66 station. A Phillips credit card may not be as much fun as silver dollars, but think of the wear it'll save on your pockets.
Have you ever seen this much dough? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. And only your DX dealer is giving it away. It's called the Extra Dough and Sweepstakes. You can win 2 ways. The dough means you can win up to $1,000. You'll recognize Grover Cleveland when you see him. $100. That's my good friend Benji Franklin. $5. You've seen Honest Abe before. $3, $2, and $1. The sweepstakes means you can win a new Pontiac Firebird, an RCA color TV and stereo, a Learjet auto stereo tape player, a road racing set, or an instant loading camera. Like I said, pal, you can win 2 ways with this little ticket you get from your DX dealer. 265,000 of you are going to win, and you could win up to $1,000. Play the Extra Dough and Sweepstakes in any participating DX station.
Miss Emily is a Phillips 66 customer because Phillips 66 gives her more gallop per gallon. Get more gallop per gallon from Phillips 66, the gasoline that won the West. Phillips 66. Some people are Phillips 66 customers because Trop Arctic Motor Oil gives them car insurance in a can. Protect your engine against wear. Get Phillips Trop Arctic Motor Oil. Phillips 66. Now you can get a Phillips 66 cowboy hat of your own for just 49 cents at any Phillips 66 station where you see these signs. And there's a size for everyone in the family. Only at Phillips 66.
Harry, we're almost out of gas.
Oh, no worries, chauffeur. I'll stop at the first Phillips 66 station we find.
But Harry, the needle's on the Big E, and you just passed a gas station back there.
I know, Angel, I know. But at Phillips 66, we get that famous Western hospitality. Don't worry, baby. When we get to that Phillips station, he'll check our oil, water, tires, clean our windows. And many dealers even vacuum clean your car free. All you have to do is ask.
Well, Harry, but do they sell gas?
Precious, Angel, darling. The gasoline that won the West.
At Phillips 66, you get the gasoline and the hospitality that won the West.
Just a minute, Harry. How far is the next Phillips station from here?
You're about to witness a dramatic test. Veteran test driver Horace Plumley has volunteered to make a cross-country motor trip without a penny in cash, only a Phillips 66 credit card. Horace knows he can sign for all his gas and oil in 49 states, including Hawaii and Canada, too. He knows he can charge tires, batteries, and other accessories and take up to 6 months to pay. And he knows his Phillips credit card will be honored at all Quality Courts motels. Yes, sir, a Phillips 66 credit card is a mighty good thing to have when you travel. But take along a little something for the toes.
People buy gas because they have to. People buy Skelly because they want to.
5 different gasolines.
5 different octanes. 5 different prices.
All from Skelly.
New low compression car?
Skelly Skeltane.
Car ping on regular?
Step up to 50/50. Hot car? Top premium Kia tank.
We wouldn't have 5 different octanes.
If a lot of people didn't
Need them and want them
And use them.
People like you.
Go modern. Go Skelly and save.
The 12 Hours of Sebring, 1972. Every car had to run on a gasoline like those you can buy. 16 of the 61 starting cars used Super Shell. Pit Stop, Lola, fuel, Super Shell. Ferrari, fuel, Super Shell. Porsche, fuel, Super Shell. On into the night. The winners, number 1, Ferrari, 2, Ferrari, 3, Alfa Romeo, all on Super Shell. In fact, 5 of the first 10 finishing cars used Super Shell for good performance in your car. Try Shell, Super Shell, or non-leaded Shell of the future, because Shell products perform.
The perfect robbery, and you forget to put gas in the car.
Don't worry, boss. There's a Phillips 66 station.
So we're up?
Yeah, fill her up with Phillips 66, the gasoline to Wonder West.
Yes, sir.
You'll never catch us now, boss. Phillips 66 gives your car more gallop to the gallon.
Quick, just give us a quarter's worth. Yes, sir.
What's he doing now? He's checking the oil and stuff, boss. It's part of Phillips' famous Western hospitality.
Hey, forget the windshield.
Just clean up around the bullet hole, sir.
Don't bother.
Now, if you'll step out, sir, I'll vacuum out your car for you.
Please. No more service.
Yes, sir. That'll be 25 cents out of $1,000.
At Phillips 66, you always get that great Western hospitality.
Yeah, great.
What do sports car owners look for in a car? It's this, and this, and the looks to go with it. If you're that kind of driver, this is your kind of tire. The Firestone Super Sports 500. Many of its features were first developed in racing. Special high-speed construction, welding nylon cord body to tread bars that minimize wavering at high speeds, with wraparound tread for sure-footed traction. Super Sports 500 from Firestone. Newest 125-mile-per-hour tire. Great for 60-mile-per-hour drivers, too. For that super sports look, for high performance, for greater safety, get a set of custom wheels to match. The Super Sports 500 at your Firestone dealer or store.
Just made for fun. This car is at its very best. The Corvair Monza by Chevrolet. Beautiful, youthful, zestful to see. With the practical convenience of a fold-down rear seat as standard equipment. And now for 61, the Corvair Monza has a new running mate. The Monza 4-door sedan that makes sports car flair and fun a family affair. You can choose as an extra cost option sports car type bucket seats. Deep, rich, relaxing. The practically flat floor has twist carpeting throughout. The Corvair Monza, now in an all-new 4-door model with that sports car flair for going and Corvair's flair for saving. Now at your Chevrolet dealers.
This is the route. 66 heading west. Tonight, Chevrolet takes you to the western frontier, Tascosa, Texas. In the 1880s, a roaring frontier town. Names like Billy the Kid and Pat Garrett rode in, paused, then moved on again. They say if you listen close, you can still hear the cries of the trail bosses. But today, you'll more than likely hear the happy shouts of youngsters. For old Tascosa goes by the name of Cal Farley's Boys Ranch, a ranch which 260 boys call home. 260 boys. And this is their family car, a 1961 Parkwood station wagon. In use from dawn to dusk, this 9-passenger Parkwood takes on all kinds of chores. Take the other day. The boys used it as a chuck wagon on an overnight campout. Carrying young members of the ranch and a full supply of gear to the evening campsite, it took to the hills like a thoroughbred. A full coil spring at every wheel protected the precious cargo. And the ride was jet smooth, even for 9. And with its third seat, this Parkwood carries more passengers, more gear. Even a hidden compartment under the third seat comes in mighty handy. On the range or back at the ranch, this Chevy wagon answers the need of 260 boys. Yes, sir. You'll find a Chevy Parkwood worth a lot, and it costs so little. Fact is, you'll find all the new Chevys are worth more. Just as you found here on Route 66, heading west.
For things like these, which trucks must carry, Chevrolet introduces 3 brand new economy delivery trucks. The Corvair 95. First American trucks with Corvair's better balance and load distribution. Exclusive advantages you get only when the engine's in the rear. This Corvair 95 is called the load side, carrying capacities a tremendous 1,900 pounds. Look at the 95's terrific visibility, and look at that front seat. 3 men wide, and they can be wide men. Here's another Corvair 95, the ramp side, with a feature that sets it apart from every other pickup in the USA. That's right, the side folds down to form a ramp, especially helpful when the load's too heavy to lift. And here's the big new Corvan. Its huge 191 cubic feet of cargo space is easy to get at through the big double doors, on the right and in the rear. And look at that low loading height. As with all Corvair 95s, the Corvan suspension is something special in trucks. 4-wheel independent coil springs, so even delicate instruments ride safely. Check into the Corvair 95. You'll find them and whatever kind of truck you want at your Chevrolet dealer's greatest show on work. A beauty. But what's the 1961 Chevrolet really like? Who really knows?
I can tell you, if you let me speak for the man who designed it. A designer takes the features people want in a car and puts them in the handsomest package. And we're really proud of the 61 style. Look. This line gives the car a new look of lowness, even though the 61 Chevy is only a shade lower. It seems more trim. And this line helps give the car a look of length, although actually we've polished Chevy's outside dimensions down to a shorter, slimmer, more practical size. And yet inside, we've kept all the room and the comfort. Here's something you'll like. The 61 Chevys are easier to enter. The forward-sloping windshield pillar allowed us to make the door openings as much as 6 inches wider. The 61 Chevy's a graceful design blend between styling and engineering.
Here at Engineering, we've put the best features of all the Chevys into this 61. We've added some extra touches. Take this seat. We dropped the floor pan. Now the seats are higher and more comfortable. We moved the gas tank forward for a more useful trunk space. And that solid body by Fisher rides quieter than any car we've ever made before. Personally, I think this is the best car we've ever built.
Here's where the Chevys are really put together. And I'll tell you this, there's never been one with more built-in worth. I get mine tomorrow.
What's the new 1961 Chevrolet really like? Come in and judge for yourself at your Chevrolet dealer. The greatest show on worth.
For 1961, your passport to profit begins with a 1961 Chevy truck. Worth more because it works more. And Chevy's proved it across America with well over 250,000 torsion spring Chevy trucks. From Montana, poultry farmer Harry Hansen.
Eggs are mighty fragile, and folks don't want them scrambled before they get there. And next to the hen, Chevy's my best friend.
And from Los Angeles, dispatcher Dick English reports,
for our money, nothing's going to equal them, dollar for dollar, or mile for mile.
And from the heart of Dixie, Alabama contractor Comer Green.
Believe me, our drivers really appreciate the easy ride and cab comfort of these Toshin Spring Chevys.
Proved across America, Chevy trucks are your passport to profit for 1961. See your Chevrolet dealer now.